Yeah, hi, hello everyone. Welcome back to the Salesforce real-time scenarios. We are discussing about to the LWC-OTT subscription mini project. So in the previous video, we discussed about to the how we are going to display the uh, frames, and in that frames we are how to display by the select card, plan details, and how to configure to this card number and align to the how it is and YY, and here name of the card. So these are all the we have the build the in the previous video. Now in this video we are going to discuss about after enter the values we need to create a record into the database, and at the same time when we click on the back button we need to go to the previous page. That is also we need to discuss. Let's see the here. First we have to add it by the two buttons. So come to the HTML. After this, so frames, after these frames we have to display. So here we have to take it by the buttons. So div tag class equals to SLDS align absolute center, some we have, right? That is the here. Let's take the exactly syntax for that. Align absolutely center. Okay, so let's take to the here. So we have to take it by the lightning button. So here we are going to give it by the label equals to back, and here we have to give it by the on click equals to handle back to. So previous page is nothing but the fourth page, right? What is the our fourth page is the select a plan page. So here back to select plan page. So here we are closing to this, save, and next one is the here we have to give it by the lightning button label equals to make a payment. So finally here we have to give it by the variant equals to brand, and on click. So here handle make a payment. These are the two buttons. So usually already we are writing right back to page how we are going to write it to the here. Come to the JS. So here we are writing to the JS. So constant C event equals to new custom event back to select page, right? So here we have to the back to the our page name is the fourth page, back to the select plan page, select plan page 4. So here this dot dispatch event equals to dispatch event of the C event, save. Okay, so let's deploy this. Let's come to the our fourth page. So this is the name, right? This is the our name. Copy to this. So here we are calling to the our method. Okay, so once we come to the here also we are giving the same naming now. Button is the handle to the make a payment. then come to the here, then finally in this we are going to give it by the submit button. Okay, then we can give it by the here, submit, handle submit. Yeah, we are going to the submit, right? Final after giving to the payment. Let's save. Come to the fourth page. In this, we are calling to the our method. So where it is at present we are not calling, right? So here we are going to call it to the C minus OTT one payment page 5. We are calling to the this one. Okay, on what is calling by our event. Okay, so here handle back to select plan page. So let's save this. Come to the here. So here we have to the handle black page this. So initially we have to hide it by the this one, right? This purpose we have to take it by the one boolean property display select plan page equals to true. So when we are calling to this one, we need to make it as the false. This dot equals to false. At the same time, we need to display by the this one, right? Payment page. So that's why here we have to take it by the one more property display payment page. So it is the back to page, right? We can give it by the vice versa. So equals to false. This one is the true. Save. So when we click on to the plan details, right? Selected row. After that, here we have to click on to the make a payment. Handle payment, right? Handle payment. We are not written at that time. I think so. We are not written. So when we click on to the handle payment, so here we can give it by these two. So this will be the make it as the false. This would be the make it as the true. Save. Now this is we can add it by in the HTML. So here template if true. So in this display plan details. First one is the display plan details, right? Let's give it to the here. Come to the finally to the here. And here we have to take it by the template. If true, display the payment page. Okay, so this is the here we are giving. Let's deploy this fourth page, and at the same time we have to deploy by the fifth page as well, both. Okay. So let's come to the here. So this is our page, right? Now I am removing this one. Click on edit. So I am removing this. Okay, let's save this. Back to the page. We can see the navigation step by step. We can see the navigation step by step here. So here we can give it by the phone number. Click on the get plan details. select plan. Now here we can select by the one of the plan. Basic, for example, click on make a payment. See here, once we click on make a payment, come by this screen and back and submit button also both will be appear by the here. If I click onto the back button, click onto the here, again back to the back page. They are going to selecting to the values, right? This is the here. Again, if they can select by some any other plan, again click on the make a payment, will come to this screen. So up to now, we discussed to this one to the how to back end to the front pages. This is. Now let's see the here how we are going to create the record. That is the main challenging thing. How we are going to create the record here. So let's take to the here in the submit button, right? We are writing to the. So let's close by the 4 screens at present. So metadata also not here required. CSS also not required. Let's concentration on these two. Let's come to the here handle submit. So here the handle submit, we are going to create the records as per the data model. First we have to subscription details we have to create, then we have to create by invoice details if it is already existing customer. Otherwise we can create the new customer record, then create by the subscription, then create by the invoice. Customer details is the parent object, subscription details is the child object, and another child object is the invoice number here. Okay, so how we are going to insert by the step by step. So first we have to insert by the subscription details. If a existing customer already we have the ID, based on that first we have to insert by the subscription details. In the subscription details, what are the information we have the required? So let's see the here. So if you click on new, so if it is already existing customer means we have the customer ID already we have, right? And here plan name, we are getting the from the previous screen to plan name, plan type, and date is the we are giving by the now which date it is running this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4 fields we need to map it by the here. 4 fields we need to map it to the here. So how we are going to map it by the one by one field? Let's see the here. So this purpose we are going to take it by the separate method handle create subscription details. Okay, so here how we are going to create a record. If you any record if you want to create. So let's take to the first object API name is required. What are the fields information we have the required? So first we can configure to the fields. So already we discussed, right, which fields we want to configure. So first one is the API name. We can take it by the API name, customer name. So go to the this object. Let's take to the here. First we have the customer name. Customer name nothing but the customer ID only. We have to map it. Customer details. Fields. Customer name. So actually this customer name in the previous screens, how to get it by the from that screens to here. Let's see that is later. Temporarily I am giving to the one field here. Okay, so here customer name nothing but we have the customer ID. So we are going to fetch it from the parent component. Why? Because in the starting, right? In the starting here we have to fetch it by the customer. If it is the existing customer, when we click on the login button, here we have the customer ID. From this two, we can get it to the plan details, from the plan to select plan, from the here, right? So how we are going to pass it to the data, that is we can see. So how we are going to pass it by the customer information from the top screen to bottom screen. So that purpose here we are taking to the one property @API. Why? Because we need to access with this variable into the uh, before methods. Okay. So that's why here how we are going to get it to the here. So API customer ID. Customer ID. This is record ID. That is the customer ID. So this one we can able to use it by the here. This should dot customer ID. Okay, so now we are mapping to the here, but how to get it by the this field from the previous screen? So how to get it from the previous screen means, so go to the here HTML, here we are calling right, here we are getting to the data customer ID. So from the parent to child data passing. So here we have to take it by the customer ID again. So same field here we can declare by the fourth screen also again API. @API customer ID. So save and deploy this one. Fourth screen we have to deploy both HTML also we need to deploy. Again come to the same into the third screen. In the third screen also we have to create by the one field customer ID. @API customer ID. API is the we need to import, save. Now here we have to again to the pass it to the from this one right fourth page, from third to fourth page na. So again customer ID from the parent to child. In the parent object also we have taken by the same variable, this one. Now where we get it, this is customer information. If it is the login screen right, from the login screen we know right, if you already get the data from the customer information, get the customer details. If it is the existing customer, we have to know the customer details here. Okay, if you want here also, we can take it by the again one more field, customer ID. This is the customer ID. Again, here we have to, when they get it from the database, right? Query, get customer details now. So here, this dot customer ID equals to result to dot ID. Only it is returned to the customer ID information. Okay. So now again, this one also we can map it to the here in the HTML. We are passing to the page 2. Page 3, sorry. Here we have to navigate by the page 3. Na? So customer ID equals to customer ID. So from the top to bottom page, it will be the appear. From the bottom to top page, it will be the appear. So login page, we are deploying. Login page 2, we can later. Login page 3, deployed. Login page already we deployed 4. And fifth one. So in the fifth page, we can display first, it is coming or not by the customer ID. Okay, so here customer ID, customer ID. So at present, temporarily we have this one. Okay, save. Let's deploy this. Let's see it is coming or not by the in the bottom thing. Okay, so let's come to the here. We have the refresh. Why? Because means this subscription details we need to tag it to that particular customer. Okay, so let's come to the here. Click on this. If it is the invalid phone number, okay. Click on login. Click on get details. Click on plan details. Select by the any one of the plan. So customer details here not appear. I think page is not deployed properly. I think so. It is deployed successfully or it is failed. So deploy to the source org, path error. Let's me deploy by the again one more time. See here unexpected token plugin completion to the LWC. Wire methods, I think we are not using the here API. Yeah. So that is the problem. Let's deploy. It is successfully deployed. Let's come to the here. We can refresh the again. We can enter by the phone number, login, get details, get plan. Here, make a payment. See here, record ID is the coming. So once copy this record ID, you can paste it by the any one of the place. So customer details. So here I am pasting the ID. It is the return to the that customer information. See here, Avigna Salesforce. This is the matching now. So like this, we can pass it to the parent, to the child, to the information. Okay, now we got it by the customer ID. Now we got it by the customer ID. Next to see the how we are going to give it by the next fields that we can discuss to in the next video. Stay tuned. Thank you.